Okay, we are 5 minutes away from the first match starting. I literally just stopped recording the end segment of the last video. The first match up is Switzerland versus Cameroon. There are several players I know from club level that play for Switzerland, so I'm going to be cheering on Switzerland. I did not manage to finish the bags yesterday because I am having problems with my bottom bobbin. It keeps looping on the back, which means it's not loaded properly, and I've tried and tried and tried to reload it. I got it figured out, but then I decided to, and I sewed the zippers on 6 of the bags, but then I decided to do a different color for the other 3 bags. I decided to change from black to brown, and now it's looping again, and so I spent half of a game trying to get it to stop, and it's not stopping, so I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong and why this is happening, but it's really, really frustrating. So I didn't manage to finish the bags. I didn't manage to get them out, and yeah, so I'm probably going to work on some knitting. Right now I'm thinking I'm just going to order the needles that I need off of Amazon because I'm not feeling like the pressure to try to get all the things done with with hopefully getting the job and needing to arrange things for that and stuff. So anyways, yeah. So Switzerland versus Cameroon. I'm going to turn the match on now and I will give you guys an update at the end. Bye. Hello, friends. Okay, so it's the end of the game, Switzerland versus Cameroon, and the final score was 1-0 for Switzerland. This was a pretty open match where, honestly, I felt like Cameroon should have scored several times, but, yeah, it was okay. It's not the first match I'd tell you to go out, find, and watch. It was a little boring, to be honest. So in the 48th minute, Breel Embolo scored for Switzerland. And what's interesting about this is that he was Cameroon born, but raised in Switzerland. So he qualified to play for either country, but he played for Switzerland. And here it is, the World Cup, playing against the country that he was born in. And he scores. He received a beautiful pass into the box and scored. It was a great goal. So check out the highlight reel. I'll link it down below. We have about an hour now until the next game, right? Yes, exactly 1 hour. I'm going to try to finish editing yesterday's vlog. I started editing it during halftime. I'm going to try to finish getting it edited so I can get it uploaded because I really want it uploaded before I leave for Thanksgiving. So, during the match, I was working on the sock. I think it is possible to finish this sock, so that might decrease the number of needles that I'm now going to plan to order. I need to put in the order like today, so I need to make some decisions. But here's where... So, I want to leave this marker in up here so I know how many rounds I did once I split for the heel so that I can replicate it on the next sock. So up here with the little Christmas gnome marker, that's what I knit during the first match. So pretty good progress. I think about 20 rounds. I actually did not knit very much during the game. I spent a lot of it looking on Etsy. So I ordered the candle advent from this company called A&M Candle Company. It's on Etsy. I also ordered this Cheerwine soda wax melt. Cheerwine is a soda. I really like it. And so I decided to get this little candle wax. And it melts so well. Like, I have a Happy Wax candle. It's actually a Himalayan salt. That's why I have an orange glow on me, is because it's on over there. Ignore the mess, but there it is. Anyways, so that's why I frequently have a reddish glow. But so I order Happy Wax quite a bit, as I like their scents. But I don't find that the wax melts so very well with this Himalayan salt one. But this A&M candle company, their wax is melting so well, and it's holding the scent really well. This is like the 4th or 5th time that I've been using the same wax, like not even adding more scent into it. It's the exact same one, and the smell is holding up really well. So I was on Etsy. I kind of regret that the Advent I got was candles instead of the wax melts, but oh well. I do love candles too, so but so they have a monthly subscription that you can do, and it's like $13 a month. And so I'm thinking about doing that. You can even put scents you don't like I can't handle vanilla scent, and they won't send you things with that scent. So I'm thinking of trying a 1-month trial, and then you can order up to 12 months in advance. So yeah. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the game, but that's what I was doing well for at least like half of the second half of the game. And then the first half I was trying to finish making the little pictures that I put in between each match and that type of thing. But anyways, so I'm going to try to get this edited so I can get it started to upload. So yeah, that's Cameroon versus Switzerland. And I'm going to pause this here and then restart. Sorry, sometimes that's easier for putting in the picture. So the next match up is Uruguay versus Korea Republic, South Korea. I'm thinking Uruguay, but I'm thinking I should stop making predictions. Anyways, I'm not particularly having strong emotions towards either of these two teams, so I think Uruguay will win. However, I'm watching this strictly as a neutral fan, so I will be cheering whichever team is doing the best at that moment. So sometimes in matches like these, you just kind of get drawn to one particular team. You start to feel like they're doing better, and then that becomes the team that you root for. And since the match hasn't started yet, I haven't yet been drawn to whichever team. So I'll let you know who I end up picking. But yeah, I don't have any interesting factoids or stats or anything to offer. South Korea did beat Germany in the last World Cup. I think they're the country responsible for elimination. Or, I mean, I guess you could say that Germany was responsible for its own elimination, but, you know. But anyways, so yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll work more on the sock. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I can finish the sock today. That might be... Let's see. Well, I'm halfway down my foot right now. So I think just like maybe 3 more inches and then I can do the toe. I'll try it on and see. It's easier to see that way, but yeah, it's going pretty fast. It's a really easy pattern. I really like how it looks. Again, this is the Pink Lemonade Fizz. You can only get it through being a platinum patron for the Bakery Bears, and then this yarn is called Pumpkin Juice, and it's by Crystal Sky Hand Dye. She's the one I do the Harry Potter yarn things through. This was last year's Halloween colorway, and I really like it. I like how it's looking, so I'm excited to hopefully get that sock done, although I won't be able to start the second sock until the new year, so oh well. Okay, so talk more later. Bye. Well, we have another scoreless draw. I honestly, I cannot even believe it. This World Cup is so weird. Uruguay versus Korea. I actually thought that Korea may have, especially in the first part, that Korea had a lot more chances. At the end, Uruguay really rallied. But but I was too little too late, and Korea had an amazing showing. So this is a really weird World Cup. I don't know what to make of it. I've got Gracie's laying back here. But anyways, so I'm going to I have nothing to share really because nothing happened. There was nothing controversial. There was no missed goals. There was no goals, no controversial calls from the ref really. Everything went smoothly. And as a kind of show of how smoothly everything went, I am now working on the toe of this sock. Like, I think I was further back than that, but I measured it at halftime, and that's where I needed to work from halftime. And that's how much I did. So I've got 10 rounds of toe left, and then bind off, and I will be done with this sock. So that actually means that I can take a pair of needles out of the shopping cart. So it's a good thing I didn't hastily make that order. But yeah, we'll see. I edited the video during the entire last hour break between the last two matches, and I was editing it into about like 10 to 15 minutes of this match. I had it on silently in the background as I was finishing the edits here, but it's right now it's just processing. It's uploaded, so now it's just processing. So between these two matches, I actually need to run out to the grocery store again because I bought those groceries, and then I bought like sour cream and just sour cream for some dip. We buy these dip mixes at the state fair, and so I thought, I'd make one of those, not remembering that we didn't have plain potato chips like Ruffles for the dip. So I'm just gonna run out. The grocery store opened at 5:30, and they're open till like I think 2 today. So it's 7 o'clock now. I'm hoping it won't be too busy, and I'm just gonna run in and pick up a bag of potato chips, and that's all. If I get back in time, I might take a shower, although I might do that in between the next two matches to try to make me wake up and stay awake. So the next match is Portugal versus Ghana. I am predicting a Portugal win, but again, this World Cup has been so weird that my predictions are off. And I don't even know anymore. I really don't know. I guess that's going to be the general theme here. One thing I forgot to say in my yesterday's vlog is, it started out with that real disappointing Germany loss and everything like that. But then I got a phone call about getting that job. And also my final two advents that I had ordered online came in. So my final yarn advent and the stitch marker one both came in. So, so there's a lot of exciting things that happened yesterday. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow, even though it's going to be crazy and Black Friday, all that stuff, to maybe make it to Costco. And we still don't have the dog's advent because we haven't been to Costco since August or something like that. We were going to go early this month, but then we came down with COVID. I don't think I've mentioned it, but there is one stadium that's made out of shipping containers. They call it Stadium 794, and it's made out of like 794 shipping containers. And when the World Cup is over, they're able to deconstruct it. I think that's pretty cool. I'll try to find a picture of that stadium. The stadium designs are all really interesting. They have one that's based off of the local tents, so it's shaped like a local tent. They're interesting looking stadiums. The Ghanaian team just walked in and they were like playing drums and shaking and dancing. I don't know. That's interesting. I've not seen a team walk in doing that before. Anyways, so yeah, Portugal versus Ghana coming up. Oops. I'm gonna run out to the store really quick. Hopefully it won't take long. I might buy another pumpkin pie. I mean, they're just very small pies. I only cut like 6 pieces in the last one. Which, I mean, we only ate 1 piece each, but yeah, it was a very good piece of pumpkin pie, so I might just get one more pumpkin pie. Hopefully not many people in the store, so I will be back shortly with more updates and information, I guess. I hope if you're in America and you're American, you're having a great Thanksgiving. I am thankful that you're watching my videos. And thankful for family and soccer and all the things that we love and crafting. So, yeah, thankful for you. Bye. Okay, the third match is done. And, nope, this is not my notepad with notes. Oh, here it is. The third match is done. And if I have a recommendation, I would say skip the first half. It was fairly boring. Hey, knock it off, you guys. But the second match was electric. The match ended 3-2. Portugal won, but the end was so nervy. It seemed like Ghana really could have scored at any moment. So, in the 30th minute, Cristiano Ronaldo had a goal that was canceled, because of a foul or something like that. The commentators, I think they disagreed with that call, but I don't know. It was hard to understand. Rose, no. Our neighbor's dogs are outside, so ours are barking. Okay. In the 62nd minute, a penalty was awarded to Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo scored, and he became the first man in history to score in 5 different World Cups, which is actually really quite insane when you think about it. That is a lot of talent. Excuse me, sorry. In the 72nd minute, Andre Ayew scored for Ghana. This is another case where I think there are 2 brothers participating for the same country. I think another Ayew, I didn't catch the first name, was subbed for him. So, it's so interesting. You know, they keep playing Chipotle commercials, and I just want Chipotle so bad. Like, I have seen the same Chipotle commercial so many times during this World Cup, and I just want Chipotle. There's no Chipotle near me. Like, I mean, I'd have to drive a whiles away. I mean, 20 to 30 minutes. So, I mean, but when there's other more reasonably close things, you just don't do it. So, but oh, that Chipotle, it looks so good. I want a burrito so bad. Okay, moving on. I am hungry. I'm gonna need to eat. So in the 72nd minute, Andre Ayew scores for Ghana, making it 1-1. Then 5 minutes later, Jay Felix, Jay is not his first name, it's just his first initial, scored for Portugal and made it 2-1. And 2 minutes after that, our Leao, I butchered that for sure, scored for Portugal and made it 3-1. And things got really nervy after that. Like, Ghana was pushing. As a matter of fact, when it went 1-1, before Felix scored, there was 5 minutes in between, but Ghana was pressing like you thought, or I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be the Germany and Argentina matches all over again. It even started with a penalty kick. Anyways, so, in the 88th minute, Bukhari scored for Ghana. There was 9 minutes of extra added time, and really Ghana bossed those 9 minutes. There was a chance at the very end, like 2 minutes from the end, where I'm not entirely sure how Ghana didn't score. It was crazy. There was also a tiff between a couple players that resulted in yellow cards for each of them. In the last match, not Ghana, but the one previous, a coach got a yellow card. I mean, no one is safe from yellows. And the thing you have to be careful about with World Cups is 2 yellows. Sorry. 2 yellows mean you miss the next match. So the players have to be very careful not to get another yellow, or they're gonna potentially miss the next match. Anyways, first half was okay. Second half, if you can find a replay of the second half, watch that. Just skip the first half. Nothing really interesting happens, but watch that second half. The other exciting thing that happened is I finished the first sock. I'll show you on the side without the dangling thing. I'm not going to start the second one until after Christmas, and I finished the Christmas socks because that's the whole reason why I was urgently trying to get this sock finished. But I'm really happy with it. I love how it looks. I love the pattern. It's such an easy pattern. I love the yarn. I think that orange and green together looks so good. So yeah, first sock done. One thing I like to do when I'm going to abandon a project for a little while is I make notes on what I did for the sock. I should probably even do this on patterns I'm not abandoning. But so, like, I made a note that I did 3 rounds in the contrast colors for the cuff. Sorry. And then I did 12 rounds in the main orange color. Then I did 12 repeats before I got to the heel. And then I did 17 pattern repeats on the foot. And that way I'm able to replicate the second sock, and it's going to be exactly the same. I also made notes about how much of the contrast color I was using. Just because I'm always curious if I am able to completely do a cuff, heel, and toe. So I started with a 20-gram mini, and I ended with 12.92 grams left, which means that there was almost 3 grams if you split it in half. So I maybe could do an abbreviated cuff. Like maybe if I did 12 rounds, I could potentially do it. What I need to do is figure out how much I used in the heel and the toe, and then subtract that from like 10, and then if I keep on weighing as I knit a cuff, I could probably figure out how many rounds I could do. But anyways, so yeah, I'm really happy with this, and it fits really well. I think I found the formula that works for me, works for my foot, and yeah. So one thing I haven't mentioned before is that Nitty Natty is hosting a event called Sockmas, and you just have to make a pair of socks, so both of the socks, in this about 3-week spell that starts tomorrow. And it ends before Christmas, so otherwise, stop it. No. Good girl. it ends like a week before Christmas, so I can't do it with my Advent socks. But so what I thought I would do is I pulled out this yarn. It's an Arne and Carlos Regia. Is it Arne and Carlos? It might not be. Anyways, it's actually called like Garden or something like that, but it looks really Christmassy. I've had this yarn for maybe, I don't know, have I had it more than 3? At least 3 years. And I haven't made the socks yet because I'm nervous about it. I don't know why. So I've decided I think I'm going to try this. And the reason why I picked this yarn, hey, no, is because this is a strictly vanilla sock, because it does self-patterning. And I've decided that I am going to, and I wanted a vanilla sock because of the pair of needles that I'm going to be using. And that is, I am going to try these Hiya Flyers. I've never knit socks with them before. I've never knit, basically you have half the stitches on one needle and half on the other, and then you use the third needle to then knit on. So yeah, that's, I believe, what you're doing. And so I wanted an easy pattern to try this out with, like a vanilla sock, because I didn't want to get confused while I was trying something new. So that's why I chose this yarn to try with these needles. And this is something that, because it's pure vanilla, I can just stick it in my purse as I go about doing things. So I'll be casting that on tomorrow, but then I'll be going back and trying to finish up other things. So I'm going to pause this now so I can do the commentary on the final match that's about to start. Okay, so the final match is Brazil versus Serbia, and I do not expect a problem from Brazil, but I have said that, okay, now they have Thanksgiving dinner on set. Lexi Lawless is holding a turkey drumstick. I don't like turkey, but I like chicken drumsticks, and I'm hungry. Anyways, so Brazil versus Serbia. I am predicting a Brazil win, but I thought Argentina would win against Saudi Arabia, and so that didn't happen. So we'll see. In this time between these two matches, I am going to go take a shower so that I'm ready to leave. Sorry. When the match is done, that should still put me like a tiny bit late to arrive if I leave right when it's done. But, yeah, I'm hoping to get away with that. I'm thinking I'm going to work, should I work on the Sources of Evil MCal? I haven't worked on it in like 2 days. I might be able to get like 2 repeats done. Or I could pull out that other sock and try to work on that. I don't know. I'll make a decision. But yeah. I'm gonna go take a shower now and get a snack. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Brazil versus Serbia. Oh, a lot of people are thinking Brazil can win this World Cup, so we'll see. We'll see if this is a good match for a favorite. Talk to you guys in a bit. Hey friends, so the game was over about an hour or 2 ago. We ended up not going and meeting family for Thanksgiving. My husband just is not feeling good at all, and my sister woke up late, and with the lack of sleep that I've been getting, my husband was not particularly comfortable with me driving so much. an hour and a half to meet them, eat, then an hour and a half back. I think I would have been fine for the first part of the drive, but it's after that I was also concerned. So, when my sister told me she'd accidentally slept too much, and then my grandpa didn't want to drive in the dark, we were like, let's just cancel. And so, I told my sister about the game Lord of the Rings Online. And so she's gonna download it, and then we're gonna play together, like do quests together and stuff like that. So she's out at Denny's right now with my grandpa, and I have rolls rising. So I'm probably gonna take an hour or two nap and then wake up and play the game with her. So, if you have a chance, I highly recommend trying to find and watch the Brazil versus Serbia match. It was very entertaining, like high action. So Brazil won, but only a 2-0 victory. Serbia's goalkeeper was just like on fire. He made at least 8 saves, which are shots that were on target, and he saved them, and they were good saves. Like, honestly, it was a crazy match. This team also has 2 brothers playing for it, and these brothers were both starters. So the goalkeeper and his, I think, older brother, but I could be wrong, the other brother played midfield. So you had the goalkeeper and his brother who's in midfield, which is so cool. So that's like, what, 3 sets of brothers that we know about at this World Cup. So crazy. Anyways, the 2 goals were both scored by the same player, a Richarlison. I didn't get his first name, sorry. Everyone thought that Neymar would be the one scoring the goals, but he wasn't. So he scored the first goal in the 62nd minute, and then 10 minutes later he scored from a super cool looking side kick, like a scissor kick. Yeah, that's what they call it, a scissor kick, and it was so cool looking. So definitely check out the highlights, because this match was so crazy. So I realized that the FIFA rankings right now is Brazil is ranked number 1, and apparently no country ever ranked number 1 at the start of a World Cup finished the first place in the World Cup. So no number 1 ranked club has ever won the World Cup. So Brazil could change that, definitely. They were very good. Or the curse could still continue. We'll see. But so Belgium was ranked number 2. I'm so sorry. Belgium was ranked number 2, and their playing did not indicate that they should be ranked so high. And then number 3 is Argentina, and they lost to Saudi Arabia. So the FIFA rankings are not at present holding too accurate. Anyways, so that leaves this group standings. Well, I did not write down any of the things. I will update the standings. Let's see. Uruguay and Korea tied, right? So that would leave this group Portugal, Uruguay, Korea, Ghana. I believe. I could be wrong. I probably shouldn't be saying these because I forgot to write down any and all of the scores. Little Beth is up here sleeping. Anyway, so I'll update that for you guys later. But tomorrow starts off round 2 of the group stages. And it is in this round that some teams are going to start getting eliminated. So then we'll get to start crossing off countries from the list. And then I also like to write the date in which they were eliminated. Did I write the date or the part in the competition last time? Oh, I just wrote like group stages like that. Sorry. Oh man. I was not feeling this tired until I like sat down to film this. The game's been over actually for almost 3 hours, but I've been downstairs. My husband got up just as the game ended, so then I went downstairs and we've been watching I think the History Channel, The Toys That Built America or something like that, and it's about the Parker brothers and Milton Bradley. I think it's Milton Bradley. Anyways, very interesting. It's always interesting how people come up major competitions at the same time. Like, it's not like the Parker brothers were 100 years before or after Milton Bradley. They're at the same time, and it's just really crazy how like that those kind of things happen. Anyways, so round 2 of the group stages starts tomorrow, and the first match is going to be Wales versus Iran. Now, Iran was slaughtered by England in that 6-2 match. I am hoping for a Wales win because I love Wales. The soccer team. I've never been to the country of Wales, but I would love to go to Wales. Anyway, so I'm hoping for a Wales win, but Iran is going to have a lot of fans there, and it is going to be like a home game atmosphere, so those kind of things can have effects. Then at 5 a.m. is going to be Senegal versus Qatar, and I will be rooting for Senegal since I used to live there. And yeah, I felt like Senegal played pretty well against the Netherlands, even though they lost 2-0. But Qatar is the home country, and they did lose the first match, so they may be trying to prove something. But I would love to see Senegal win this game. Then it's going to be Netherlands versus Ecuador. I thought Ecuador had a really good first match. Netherlands is ranked higher. This one could be a really competitive and interesting game. I'm not positive which way it will go. I'm thinking the Netherlands, but I was really impressed by Ecuador in that first game. The final game of the day is the game that they will not stop talking about. They call it the Black Friday match or something like that. And that is England versus the United States. I will be rooting for the United States, but I do not have hope for them. I just hope it's not a shellacking like England versus Iran. And then in any match at any time, all it takes is one moment of brilliance, and that can happen at any time. And that's the important thing to remember. Like, even now when it seems like Germany might go out and all my favorite teams might not make it past the group stages, anything can happen at any time. And until there's no mathematical possibility of you advancing, there's still always hope. They were talking about Switzerland and how they qualified. And Switzerland qualified because I can't remember if it was the Republic of Ireland or if it was Northern Ireland. But one of those countries had to hold Italy to a draw in order for Switzerland to go through. And when that happened, apparently they sent him like a ton of Swiss chocolate as a thank you. But that's the kind of thing, like, at any moment, anything can happen, and that's soccer. I mean, so there's still hope. I'm excited for it, but I am very tired. So I'm gonna, oh, sorry. Oh man, you guys are probably tired of hearing me yawn. So I decided to pull out my sock. And I've knit, come on little dude. So, my little dude is turned around. It's the gnome again. So this is where I started, and this is what I knit during that match. I have about 18 more rounds, I think, until I'm at the foot. I am hoping to finish that today and maybe the heel during tomorrow's matches. I thought about working on the MCAL, but I really want to be able to free up these needles and soon cast on the projects. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. I will go take a nap right now, clearly. Oh, by the way, this yarn color is called Bluebird of Happiness. And I think that this little thing that the dyer made is so cute. So she used the stamp Bluebird Yarns, and then she sews a zigzag down the side and writes the information on it. So it's called Bluebird of Happiness. It's 100 grams, 425 yards, 80% sock weight merino, 20% nylon. And I just think that it's so cute. I like it. Anyways, so yeah, that's all I have to say. And I'm going to take a nap, and I will edit this later because I just don't have the energy right now. I've been up since 11 last night. And I have to get up to play games with my sister in just like 2 hours. Because yeah, that way we'll get to spend some time together but apart for Thanksgiving. So I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.